Scorpio, welcome back to Steampunk Psyche. If you are brand new to the channel, I am JT. If you are cross-watching, come in, hit that thumbnail, would you? Check it out. Just laid out some new readings. Perhaps you might find, your sign or whoever you're cross-watching for, and check out the reading, okay? If you're a returning subscriber, I want to say thank you so very much. Love, love, love. That's all I got to say. Thank you for coming into the community and starting this with me, okay? All right, look, we are going to be doing a general reading, you guys. So, listen, I'm not here to try to just, make you stay with some word salad, a bunch of words that are going to, you're looking for love, relationship-wise, you're looking for money and all that stuff. I'm just not that guy, okay? I like to let the cards speak. And this is challenging to people sometimes, because they're looking for specific things. So keep in mind, I like to let the cards remain with their integrity, okay? So it may chime with you, it may not. And if it doesn't, that's quite all right. I love you anyway. All right, we're going to get into this. I'm going to shuffle up, and we will see what Scorpio has got going on in the mix. If you're interested, I just finished a video about 2 days ago. And I kind of talk about my own spiritual awakening, okay? I wanted to do this for the subscribers, just to kind of let them know who I am a little bit. Let them know they're not alone. If you're going through some kind of a spiritual awakening, some kind of a soul contract, twin flame journey, I just wanted to touch base with that. And, I have my own experiences with it, and I thought that I would share it, kind of open up and get a little vulnerable. I don't go into super detail, of course, but anyway, yeah, and if you want to check that out, I'll leave that video at the end of this one. And you can just let me know in the comments what you think about it, okay? All right, Scorpio, I'm going to shuffle one more time. We're going to get started. We're going to take a look at your present energy right now, okay? I will show these cards up close to you guys, so fear not. Okay, we've got the Seven of Pentacles showing up as your present energy. So this is the investment card, right? This could be invested in, obviously, coin, right? Finances or money, job opportunities, things like that. But we could also be talking about relationship as well, investing yourself into something, hoping that something's going to come into fruition. Planting that seed. You could be, using the law of attraction to manifest love or any kind of satisfaction from your desire, okay? All right, we're going to take a look now at the crossing challenge for Scorpio. Okay, the Seven of Wands. 2 sevens back to back, you guys. That's a really good sign, okay? In Kabbalistic, that didn't come out of my mouth fast enough, but Kabbalist in numerology, okay, is really where a lot of our number systems come from. If you want to check any of that information out, let me know. I've got a little bit of information, but so the number system, 7/7, synchronicities, you could be seeing a lot of that. 7/7/7s could be good luck, right? Obviously we want to see that slot machine hit the 7/7/7. But also it talks about like the transformation, 1, 2, 3, and 4 in the 4th position, okay? And what I mean is that it's like what you're becoming, what you're grounding yourself into, okay? And the Seven of Wands represents this, it represents kind of a shock and awe value in it, okay? Like an unpreparedness that could be taking place. So the story goes, somewhat of the story goes, that this person had to jump up out of bed, rise up really fast, and try to get their boots on. Check out the boots, right? One's larger than the other one. I say boots, it would have been more like leather strap or something like that. But yeah, so there was an unpreparedness. He wasn't prepared. She wasn't prepared for the situation. This could be some news coming into you, Scorpio, okay? Some kind of news that hits you like, oh, shit, what the hell? Anyway, we're going to keep going. We'll take a look now, okay? At the foundation for Scorpio, what's lying underneath, okay? Could be some hidden subconscious information there that the universe wants you to be aware of, okay? Wants you to understand or know, participate with, take action on. What's in the foundation? Okay, we have the Sun card, right? The Sun. Pay attention to your happiness. Pay attention to your joy. And I know this seems like one of those, oh, really? Okay. But yeah, check it out. When we are in that satisfaction, when we are in content, in joy, that's when our manifestations happen quicker. So like I said, somebody could be seeing a lot of synchronicities here. This could be getting really specific to individuals or groups of people. So in the collective for Scorpio. So keep that in mind. But staying in your peace, staying in your zone, staying in your lane, the joyful lane, finding every excuse you can to stay happy right now, okay? Because I feel like something's coming, okay? I'm going to keep going. We're going to take a look at the recent past, okay, for Scorpio. The recent past is very important for us as well. It's not like we don't want to, we don't really want to dwell on the recent past, but what we do see is that there's, I call it 365. It's the things that keep coming back around full circle on us, Sometimes there are some elements that are still fragmented that we're still working on, or that maybe we have shoved under the rug, so to speak, of our subconscious mind. So it's there to remind us of things that maybe are left, or even the rewards. And I kind of feel like since the Sun card come out, perhaps this is a reward that you're getting over something or moving away from something. So what in the recent past for Scorpio? The Sun and the Moon, you guys. We could be talking about a twin flame journey here. When two major arcanas like the Sun and the Moon, one governs the day, one governs the night, the yin, the yang, okay? It doesn't have to be that situation, but it could be if you're on a twin flame journey. Like I said, you have that 7 of Wands as your crossing challenge, right? So there is a very guardedness. You're protecting this, okay? You're protecting your heart space, protecting your balance, staying in your zone. You had the Sun show up, now you have the Moon show up. So you could be also experiencing those. We could be experiencing that mirroring effect. One day you're on your highs, the next day you're on your lows. If you, like I said, if you want to check out that video that I put out, I kind of talk a little bit about that. But one day you're feeling magnificent, and the next day you're like, how in the hell could I feel so shitty, so to speak? And what you might be doing is mirroring your, your divine masculine, or mirroring the divine feminine. So it could be possible that you're in this high soul contract bond with this person, and while they work on themselves and shadow aspects comes up, sometimes you might be feeling that energy, okay? Scorpio, it's not impossible. Not impossible. Okay, we're going to take a look now at the possibilities, okay? The law of attraction states that, that which we are, we become. That which we think we become. One door closes, another door opens. Yin, yang, up, down. That duality type of situation. However, we're trying to move out of that duality and try to come into that oneness. So there's possibilities in that oneness. And what is that for Scorpio? Like I said, this is most definitely a very high spiritual, divinely guided, contractually agreed before you came to this planet kind of situation, okay? 3 major arcana cards are showing up right now. Somebody is on the tilt, or somebody's on the mend. It is, like I said, that reciprocated back and forth. This is definitely some kind of a journey for somebody, and a shared experience, I'm sure. I'm probably going to see that card come out here because I'm just feeling it. Like I said, with that 7 of Pentacles right out the gate, I kind of figured that maybe you're waiting on this investment. It's like you're past the point now, maybe, or you're getting to the point, I feel like, where you're actually believing this stuff is working, right? And that's a good thing. And it can be, and sometimes it can be very challenging. Like I said, you had the Moon and the Sun come out. We could be talking about Piscean energy too with the Moon, but we don't have to be. But yeah, I feel like that's kind of that reciprocated back and forth. So Judgment comes out and says, hey, rise up. Stay in your joy. Stay in your sun. Okay, that's what the card talks about. Gabriel blowing the horn. Rise up into that highest feminine self, that highest masculine self, okay? Remain there, because that's when the magnet gets to that's when its pull becomes its most attraction, you know, its most pull, right? When you're in your highest state of being. So hold with me, Scorpio. We're going to find out more. We're going to find out now about the near future for Scorpio. Oh my gosh, I am not even joking about this. The star. Scorpio. Like I said, this may be very individualized, but somebody has had a massive spiritual awakening. Somebody touched the hand of God, or whatever it is you believe in, okay? Somebody here is a very influential person, very, very astute, very aware, very keen that something is in their life that's moving. And I feel like now it's the question of what direction. It's like you've got all this power, and now you want to know, how do you channel it? Where do you, those may be questions. Where do you channel it to? Who deserves it? Who does not deserve it? Because keep in mind, there is a time for that as well. Some people do not deserve this kind of power. They're not ready for that. So you may be having some choices, some conflicts, okay? And the reason I say it like that is because the star represents the balance between Earth self and then the spiritual side, or the feminine nature there. More of this passive energy stepping into, but you notice the actual pose that she's in, okay, it's in a pose of honoring yourself in that way, okay? So I think the star is out there to also say, honor yourself, realize that there are people in this world who are leaders. There are people who choose not to in this lifetime to lead. You are a leader, Scorpio. Whoever I'm speaking to, you are a leader. 4 major arcana. You've watched me shuffle. I am trying to stay as transparent as I possibly can here. Let's shuffle some more, and we're going to take a look now at the self. I want to know, Scorpio, how you are showing up in this situation. How is Scorpio showing up? What's their stance? What's their energy like on this? Okay. The Page of Cups, offering of love. Like I said, it's like I feel like you're in this position where you just want to offer love. You just want to offer peace. You want to share. The Page of Cups wants to share. Okay. The Page of Cups is a youthful. So this just happened. Perhaps the awakening has taken some time, but I feel like now you're at a space, where you're a little more comfortable in your skin, your new body, your new presence. And you're wondering, how do I share this and who? But there is an offering of a love. There is an offering of an emotion, an emotional giving there. This could be an offering towards you. This could be that the other divine masculine or other divine feminine is ready to make that offer, okay? Ready to step up, ready to communicate again. I feel like this has been on the hinge for a bit, okay? But I feel like that door is closing and the brand new door is opening with this Page of Cups. And this could be you, no longer fearing the runner chaser, understanding how the masculine and the feminine are the same. So that offering could be that you are coming into that reckoning, that it has risen up into the crown chakra area and you're realizing this, okay? As simple as that. But it also could be that there could be a physical offering coming your way here, okay? All right. We're going to take a look at the environment around Scorpio. Alrighty. Yeah. And this makes total sense with me here. I mean, it's just telling the story. The 6 of Swords. You're healing. The 6 of Swords, the emotional healing, moving out of rough waters into calm waters is the directive for the card, right? Childhood wounds, mother wounds, perhaps, whatever it is. But it's that mirrored effect, when your divine masculine goes into, say, they go into the hermit mode and they've got all these things going on in their brain. You're experiencing perhaps the emotional healing side while they're experiencing the fire, the burn. And then it shifts around. They feel healed on this position, and now all of a sudden some past traumatic wounding or some kind of a mother wound or some kind of something that you had suppressed in the past perhaps comes up and you burn in the fire. It's the push-pull retreat. And I feel like that's that mirrored kind of effect for you. Keep in mind, It's individualized, that you're wanting your masculine to come into you, your divine masculine if you're a feminine. You want to rise into that divine masculinity too, so that those two can join together. So there's a little bit about that in that video, but yeah, beautiful, 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 whoever this is for. All right, we're going to take a look now, Scorpio, at your hopes, your fears, your wishes, and your worries. Hopes, fears, wishes, and worries. Well, slow down, cards. What's going on? Hopes, fears, wishes, and worries for Scorpio universe. What is the energy there? Oh. Okay. Yep. The card of abundance, the card of luxury. Okay. The Nine of Pentacles represents that earth groundedness, most definitely. Okay. Very earthy, very grounded. Maturity, high feminine, of course, right? Lacking only but the 10 in the stability side, but she has made her own fortune. Okay. And I do say she is very feminine. You could be a person of the feminine nature, being a masculine as well. It doesn't matter. And I'm not talking about gay or anything like that. I mean, masculine myself. I like to stay and remain in my high feminine state, but it's more of that passive, you know. And when you're in that state of mind, it is easier to attract. It is easier to become attractive. So we're talking about a very beautiful person as well. Probably lights up the room. People probably love to be around you. There's a sense of home with you, a sense of like a nurturing aspect, a mother. You could be a mother as well here. A motherly aspect. It's one that's like a comfort hug. It's a suffices the heart, suffices the soul. It warms and comforts, you know. But luxury, meaning that she has established herself in some way, financial wise, or whatever her interpretation is, or whatever the feminine interpretation is of abundance. She feels that. And I do totally feel this as the divine feminine, okay? Now, I know what your question is. I know. If you've waited this long, I know what your question is. So I'm not even going to say anything. We're going to let the universe do the talking for us, okay? Scorpio, what is the outcome and the direction for this reading? What is the outcome and the direction for you? What do you need to know? What do you need to hear? How about that? How about a joyful reunion? How about a reciprocated love? Okay. The Three of Cups is the definition of reciprocation. It is, like I said, I believe this is a mirrored effect. I believe that your divine union is about to take place. You have healed yourself, healed your heart. Now, this does not have to apply throughout this whole reading. I mentioned that this could be some kind of a twin flame mirroring or relationship wise. It does not always have to mean that in the physical sense of a relationship. It could very well be that you have matured enough, spiritually speaking, that you've awakened into your high feminine state, okay? So the Three of Cups could represent very well that union state of within yourself, that peace. You've found that bond that you've been lacking, you know? The Three of Cups represents, like I said, a sisterhood, a coming together where there is an agreeance, okay? All three of these beautiful ladies are agreeing on something. It's like a toast. We'll always be friends. We'll always be lovers. We'll always be together. We'll always, right? It's a shared experience. Told you it's mirroring. I can, if you'd like, clarify that Three of Cups, and I think I will. I want to know about this Three of Cups, okay? Universe, can you please tell Scorpio what this Three of Cups also represents to them? What does this Three of Cups represent to them? A definite investment, okay? Yeah, the Two of Wands represents, okay, exploration. It represents, I'm stepping out. If you'll notice this staff right here, okay, how it's fastened to the wall. It represents that where I used to be guarded and protected and kind of like in my safe and comfort zone, I have stepped out of that comfort zone And now I'm looking through new eyes at the world, a new way to see the world. I feel like maybe somebody has just been baptized, for instance. A person could have, like I said, had made Gaia, had made Kundalini rising. They could have experienced some very high, influential, spiritual ayahuasca. You know, it could have been any kind of thing where the mind, where the egoic mind has finally been tamed, right? Scorpio, what a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful reading. I told you I am not going to placate. I'm not going to try to just word salad you into a reading where I steer you. That is not my purpose here. My purpose is to read these cards and allow your intuition to be your guide, okay? Whatever this means for you, Scorpio, whatever this represents for you, I hope that it came in love. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you have not subscribed to the channel, subscribe. Come join me here at Steampunk Psyche, okay? I hope I get to see you on the next one. All right. Bye.